Hello and welcome to Makihari Messe, where we are getting ready for the women's sitting volleyball competition on day 8 of the Tokyo 2020 Paralympic Games. Up next, Brazil take on Italy for their final match of the preliminary round in Pool A, and both teams are ready to battle it out and secure their final placing in their pool, hoping to get a spot in the playoffs. Only the top 2 teams in each pool progress to the semifinals for a chance at a medal, and as it stands, Brazil sits comfortably in the number 1 position after no losses so far. Italy's currently second after a tough loss to number 3 Canada, but all of that could change today. Brazil is a more experienced team on court today. This is now their 3rd Paralympic Games, and they're the reigning bronze medalists. They've got some big scorers, so Italy will have their work cut out for them. Big scorers for Brazil include Adria and Gianni, and also big server Pamela. This is the Paralympic debut for the Italian team, and they have some big scorers of their own. Look out for Cecatelli, Arangeri, and Bossio to score some big points this game. We've just got a few protocols and some national anthems to get through before the match gets underway.
First, the national anthem of Italy. イタリアの国歌演奏です。And now the anthem of Brazil. ブラジルの国歌演奏です。
Both of these teams are clearly fired up to meet each other today. It's the last day of the preliminaries, and it's their last chance to get their spot and solidify their chance for a Paralympic medal. And our officials for this match are on court. First referee, Benno Meyer of the Netherlands, will oversee the match at the top of the net, and he'll be supported by second referee, Kristina Arpas of Hungary at the other end. Let's get our starting lineups. First out for Brazil, number 2, Eduarda. Number 4, Adria. Number 5, Pamela. Number 9, Jani, who's also the captain. Forgot about number 7, Filomena. And number 14, Camila. They'll be rounded out by their libero, number 3, Gisele. And the head coach for Team Brazil is Jose Guedes. And now to meet the Italian starting lineup. First out, number 1, Giulia Bellandini. Number 4, Roberta Pedrelli. Number 5, Francesca Bossio. Number 6, Eva Ceccatelli. Number 9, Raffaella Battaglia. And number 12, Giulia Arangeri. A strong Italian lineup. And last but not least, our libero, number 18, Silvia Biasi. And you'll notice the liberos have different colored jerseys. This is because they serve as ultimately free-running defensive specialists, so they can pop in and out and sub in for back row players as needed throughout the game without formal substitution.
For Italy, played 2, 1-1, lost 1. Their improvement over the last few years has been unrivaled in this sport. They need to win this match to give themselves the chance to get through to the medal matches. Canada playing Japan later. We have to expect them to win that game. So Italy need 3 sets. Need to put themselves in with the opportunity. They need to give the officials here a headache, because there will be some mathematics to do. We've got 3 teams on 1-2, lost 1. Brazil will serve first in this first set. Eduarda will get us underway.
And it's Brazil in yellow serving, and it's Italy in blue receiving as we get this Tokyo 2020 Paralympic Games preliminary match underway. Good rally so far, first point. Great defense by the Brazilians. They've done well to bring that back into play. But it's a lovely tip over the net by Brazil's Camila. She saw the hole on the other side of the Italian defense. They were ready for a big swing, but she caught them off guard with a nice easy ball to the middle of the court. Well played both sides. but it's a miss serve. Italian side out. Italy's Belandi to serve. Oh, great up by the Italian libero. But it's point to Brazil. The Italians are called for a carry, which means, for those of you who are unfamiliar with the sport of volleyball, the player held on to the ball a little bit too long when they played it. There's a couple of key differences between the sitting version of volleyball and its standing counterpart. As you can see, players are able to block and attack the serve. Players in the sitting game also have to make sure that they keep somewhere between their bottom and their shoulders on the ground when they contact the ball, and that was a great swing from Brazil. Bosio for a great kill on the back line. Italians thought it was out. Point to Brazil. Lovely swing by the Italian opposite, Giulia Arrangieri. The Italians have some great volleyball skills on their side of the net. As we've said before, this is their Paralympic debut. They're a relatively new team, and they have done so well to get as far as they have, finishing so far second in their pool. And they'll be hungry for this. They've got a lot to prove. And what a block! Really strong block from Arrangieri. Brazilian setter attempts to attack, but it's blocked. And the Italians are able to come back with a great middle swing. Arrangieri off the top of the block, out of bounds. Brazilian defense not quite able to get their hands on that. Great play. Adria tries to push the ball deep behind the Italian defense, but it goes long. The Italians pull ahead by 2. Oh, great catch. Oh, but it's not enough. Great effort for the Italians. It's really difficult in sitting volleyball to move long distances like that. Real athleticism being shown on their side. The Brazilians haven't quite gotten their momentum in. They need to get themselves in system here, so let's see what they do. Free ball to Brazil. Might be their chance. Attack on 2. Oh, but the Italians come back with a great swing. Brazilian defense worked quite in position there, leaving that line open. Easy point for the Italian hitter, Battaglia. The Italians give a bit of a gift over to Brazil, giving them another chance to catch up here. They'll have to be careful, the reigning bronze medalists. Brazil are very good at picking up momentum when they need it. But again, they're going to have to get in system and set up their offense to get some good swings in if they're going to be able to do that. Cecatelli takes a nice easy swing, but it goes wide. Cecatelli wears these protective gloves on her hands. She suffers from a neurological condition that actually causes quite severe pain when she touches a volleyball. She's a former national team athlete from Italy, national program athlete from Italy. She's got a lot of volleyball skills. Nice push deep, but Brazil's able to get that. And again, push deep, it's in. Brazilian defense were creeping up close to the net, leaving that deep line open. And it's such a liability when you do that, but the Italians were able to see it. Excellent court awareness on their part. Brazil responds with a push of their own. And the Italians are called again, once again, for a carry. Bossio didn't have a very clean touch on that ball, especially on defense. You've got to be able to get it out of your hands quickly. Brazilian block there every time. Moving it elsewhere, Ceccatelli. Excellent defense. Oh, what a swing! Eduardo, big kill from the middle. There's been some really great rallies so far in this match. This is great to see. Great swing right between the blockers. Defender couldn't quite get herself in the right position to push that ball up to the setter, and it goes back. This is what the Brazilians need, just a bit of momentum, some energy, and some confidence as they go back out after this first technical timeout.
A sua passagem, ela tá reta na 5, a da Pamela, ela tá na 6, saca na junção da 6 com a 5, Camila, saca reto na paralela, tá bom? A gente precisa agredir o nosso saque naquela passagem lá. O saque da Pamela e da Camila é hora da gente abrir o placar. Ah, o seu é excelente opção, e a rede tá aberta. Vai pra junção. Brasil, Brasil, Brasil! Elas vão jogar todas as graças no fundo!
Brazil finally been able to pick up some momentum. First that technical timeout. Let's see if they can continue it. And the serve goes long. Italian side out. That's a disappointing serve from the Brazilians. Looks like the referee is calling up Captain Filomena. Having a bit of discussion about the conduct of the coach, it looks like. Just getting a little bit overexcited. Great pass to start. Lovely deep swing. Lovely deep swing by Italy's Bossio. That was a great spot. Just out of reach of the Brazilian defense. That was definitely going in, so it was a good effort on their part to try and get to it, but great movement. And again, deep hit, Ceccatelli. These Italians seem to have the Brazilian defense clocked today. Both the defenders sit there looking at it, expecting it to go out, but it is well in. Oh, but the serve goes long this time. Lucky side out for Brazil. One thing that the Italians are doing really well that Brazil hasn't been able to quite get to yet is that Italy has been able to pull out a really strong offense. They're swinging at the ball, they're putting speed on it, and so far a majority of the balls that come back on the Italian side are easy passes or tips. It's just a gift, allows them to set up their offense just like that, really. Setter's front row, she's allowed to attack the ball, catching that Brazilian defense completely off guard. Middle blocker doesn't even have her hands ready. There we go. Big swing for the Brazilians, finally by Camila. Lovely stuff. Italian middle blocker didn't quite get out there. She tried to get hand up. Block not quite strong enough, and Camila was able to swing right through it. Brazil's called with a net violation. Players aren't allowed to touch the net while the ball is in play, so that's a point for Italy. Oh, blocked by Brazil. The Italian libero was lucky to get her hands under that, but she didn't have much control. Servers in sitting volleyball have to be very aware of where the blocker's hands are. It's very easy to try and go for a nice, quick, sharp serve, but hands right there in the way is no good. Again, net violation for the Brazilians. They can't afford to be making mistakes like that. The Italians now pull away by 3 points. Yeah. You can see Filomena's hands just overeager to try and stop that ball. Oh, excellent net defense. The Brazilians blocked that serve, but Aaron Jerry was there to return it. Great play on both sides, but the Italians are on fire right now. Brazil have called a timeout, need to regroup, figure out how they go back on court to answer this.
Vamos agredir mais o saco. Terceiro, no nosso ataque, a bola boa de atacar, a gente está laçando na mão da defesa. É curta na ficou difícil, veio boa, vamos agredir. Vamos! Agressividade!
Brazilian coach getting his team fired up. This team has so much talent, so much potential. They just need to find that energy and that power to show the Italians what they're made of. They're not the bronze medalists for no reason. Yellow card for the Brazilian team. I think they might have just been held out a little too long during that timeout. Once again, ball goes deep. The Brazilians, they are way too shallow and they're not ready to move back. Time and time again. Eduarda, she tries her hardest, but she doesn't quite make it in time and they're unable to recover that. Ooh. Italy's Bossio looking a little bit shocked. Sometimes that happens. Great pass by the Italian libero. Good pushover by the Brazilian block. Excellent reflexes. Ball just goes in. Well played by Johnny. And it's a ball to attack by the Brazilian captain, Filomena. Great play. Those second ball attacks can come in really handy. The Italians did manage to get some hands up, but as you can see, their middle blocker was falling as she moved out. Great sight by Filomena and a really, really crucial point for them. Miss hit from the Italian hitter, Rough Battaglia. Ball goes well long. Lucky point for Brazil. And this time it's the Italians called for a net violation. Jerry once again just nicked the top of the net. That was a good spot by the second referee. And the Brazilians are the first to get to 16, and that brings us to our second technical timeout.
Eu quero a nossa P6 plantada no meio da zona e as diagonais menores vem mais para dentro da curva. Não tem ataque na diagonal menor. Então, posição 4 e 2, eu quero defendendo mais fechado e a 6 plantada no meio da zona. E tá no fundo, eu quero que você controle mais o fundo da quadra. Tenta mais o jogo. Bacana?
These last couple of points, the Italians have been taken off their offensive a little bit. They've been caught on the back foot a couple of times with some unexpected errors, some missed serves, so they're definitely going to be looking to come out and play a little bit cleaner game. Their offense has brought them really far so far in the set, and they'll need to get those swings back going. Brazilians are starting to gain a bit of momentum here. Their offense is starting to get going. So the Italians need to be prepared. Nice swing by Jerry. Brazil's Adria just not quite got her block solid enough. And it's another out serve for the Italians. Side out for Brazil. Point there goes to the Italians. Brazil's number 9, Jani, came up off the floor as she tried to attack that ball. When a player touches the ball, as we mentioned before, their body has to be in contact with the floor, and in this case, that's her bottom. Nice swing off the block there, using the blocker's fingertips to change the trajectory of the ball, sending it upward out of the reach of the defenders. Jerry tries to get behind it, but not quite in position to do that. Great net play by Jani from Brazil. Oh, but it looks like we've been called for a violation. So the point goes to Italy this time. And it's an ace for Brazil. The Italians call a timeout in an effort to stop this Brazilian advance in their tracks. Momentum is so key in volleyball, and any sort of change in the game can perhaps swing things back in your favor, which is what the Italians will be hoping to achieve here. Italians looking a little bit down on themselves. But it's moments like these that the athletes really have to dig deep, forget about the bad points that happened before, and just focus on what they're going to do next. This time the Brazilians are able to get that deep ball. And the swing from Cecatelli unfortunately sails out. I think she was looking for high hands there. Didn't quite catch the Brazilians' fingers. Brazilians falling out of system. Italians did really well to defend there. That's a call for a carry. Point goes to Italy. Once again, Brazil called for a carry. The Italians are doing well to move the defense around, putting the ball in the open spaces, making the Brazilians move. It's causing a couple of errors. It's going really well for them. Good recovery by the Italians there. A couple of big swings from Brazil. All great defense by Pamela. Oh, the back row swing from Captain Filomena just goes out. Great rally. What defense we saw in those plays. Look at Arangeri flying out of the back row. The Italians are playing so well, but Brazil is such a solid team. They're going to have to keep finding those empty spaces on court. Pick that defense apart like they have been.
Larga na 6, paciência na construção da defesa, ginúria. Vocês têm que dominar esse fundo de quadra. Não dá para a bola vir de manchete, a gente preparar desse dá altura na primeira bola, muito alto, fala mais, bora!
Oh, and it's another big swing. Brazil's Pamela. She had really great position there. Got her hands nice and high and snapped that ball down. Italy didn't have the time to get behind it there. Another timeout. Italians are doing anything they can to try and break up the Brazilians' play. In a match like this, when the teams are so closely matched as far as skill goes, every set counts. Every set counts. Substitution for the Brazilian side. Number 8, Luisa, comes in to serve. Good leave by Cecatelli. She swings into the block, but they push it out of bounds. Came right at her, so that was really good discipline on her part to not react and just let it go out. Big swing from Filomena. Excuse me, that was Eduarda. Brazilian swing after swing after swing. Big hit from Pamela does it for them. This is the Brazil that we're used to seeing. And this is why they're the bronze medalists. And this time it's Italy's Pedrelli with a swing. Brazilians calling for a cleanup. She just goes down the line, just outside of the block from Pamela. There's no defender there to pick it up. Crucial side out for Italy. They have to get this serve in. Italians easily pick up the tip. Brazilians are really going for these hits on two, but they've got to stay on the floor while they do it. It's another error from them, another lift call. What a gift. There we go. You see that daylight there underneath her cheek. That's a good spot by the referee. Pamela comes out. She's replaced by Liana. And it's another big point win for the Italians. That brings them to set point. This is a huge undertaking for them. Oh. And the Italians take it after the Brazilians called for an illegal touch. She was trying to catch the Italians off guard there with a really quick return on the ball, but it wasn't clean enough. And the Italians take the set. What an accomplishment. They've played so well so far, and the Brazilians have not been able to answer it. The Brazilian team are going to be a little bit worried at this point. They probably were not expecting that. Italy's a relatively new team, relatively inexperienced, but the numbers speak for themselves, really. The Italians had 4 more kills, 9 more digs. I mean, their defense has been incredible, their attacking's been incredible, and that's really all you can ask at this point. Brazil's going to have to dig deep, find a way to come back and play their game, or they could be in trouble here. Same starting lineups going back out into court, both Brazil and Italy. The Italians, no doubt, riding on a big emotional high after that win. They've really brought their best game to this match, and the results have obviously spoken to that. But you can bet that the Brazilians are going to be ready for them, and they're going to be hungry. They need another set to go in their favor. Once again, not a clean touch on the Brazilian side as they struggled to recover that. Easy point for Italy. And Belandi back to serve. Another error by the Brazilians gives a second point to Italy. This time it's a net violation, blockers in the net. I think these errors are just a bit of a symptom of this feeling of despondency because they're not playing their game and they're a bit frustrated. And that serve goes out, not for lack of trying from the Brazilian receiver, but she swings and she just misses it. It's a good time for a side out for Brazil before these Italians start building momentum. Great big swing from Brazil's Camila. This is why they're here. This is the sort of play that they need to pull out at this point. Setting up their hitters, giving them a chance to hit around the Italian block. It's all tied up. Brazilians will be feeling a little bit better about that. A lot of frustration again from the team in yellow. They just need to not lose their heads. They have the skills, they have the talent, but the frustration's really starting to overtake their play now. Big block for them. Great setup. Adria was right where she needed to be. Perfect. She lined up with Pedrelli's shoulder beautifully. She could see the way that Pedrelli was turned. She knew the direction the ball was going, and that's where she put herself. But Pedrelli follows that up with a big block of her own. Rocket serve coming from Brazil's Pamela, but didn't quite have the energy to get up and over the block. Unfortunately, Italy serves out. Pedrelli not happy about that, of course. But it's a gift for Brazil, another chance for them to get a few swings in. Very smart swing for Brazil's Adria. There was a big Italian block in front of her, and instead of trying to swing through, she aims high, ball touches the fingertips of the Italian blockers and sails out of bounds. Quick, easy point. That's a great pickup from Italy, but the touch isn't clean. Her hand was open and underneath the ball, and she's called for a carry. Ceccatelli did well to get that over the net. Looks like the camera suffered as well. Super ace for the Brazilians. Looks like some confusion on the Italian side as to who was going to set that. Easy point for Brazil. Timeout called by Italy. Pretty comfortable 3-point lead now for the Brazilians. And that just might be enough to help them relax a little bit and get their heads back in. It's a deep roll shot from Aaron Jerry, but it's just out. Brazil gets to that first technical timeout at 8 points. And once again, the Italians are going to be looking for just exactly what's going wrong for them now. They're going to have to be careful because the Brazilians are getting more confident with every point. And that's dangerous territory for the Italians as they trail by 4 points.
Segura bem no fundo, porque elas vão querer ficar lá no fundo.
Aí, Duda, você que tá ficando na 6, não entra, fica ali. E eu quero as nossas laterais.
Brazil finally able to cover those deep pushes. And a miss hit from Ceccatelli is exactly what they needed there. Good defense, good adjustment by Brazil, recognizing that that's been a weakness of theirs. Their movement hasn't been great so far in this match, but that was proving otherwise. Oh, good recovery from the Italians. Able to get that ball back over once again, deep line. Brazil really struggled to get to that, and as a result, they mishandled it, giving a point to Italy. Much needed point for them. Great effort by the Italian libero to get underneath of that. It wasn't pretty, but it did the job. Eduarda trying to put a bit of speed on that ball as she sent it over, but my goodness, the Italians are fast. Big swing, back to Brazil. Another big swing from Adria. And that's exactly what Brazil needed. Pass, set, hit by Gianni, kill right in the middle of the court. Attacking on the second ball can be really useful, but the Brazilians have done it so much. The Italians are ready for it, and what Brazil really need to do and keep doing like they did there is setting up their big hitters, giving them a good angle on the ball, and that lets them smash it. When you're hitting on the second ball, your body's a little bit out of position, so you sometimes lose power. And there we have it, once again. Pass, set, huge kill by Eduarda. Off high hands, really good speed, sends the ball out of bounds. This is what Brazil needed to be doing all along, and they seem to have finally found their rhythm. Great serve. Throwing the Italians off. And this time it's a deep push by Brazil's Filomena. Beautiful play, good sight, and this time the Italians struggled to get to it. She thought she was going short, so Bozio came up short, but that left that back corner exposed. Beautiful job. Italy calls a timeout. Great coverage deep by Brazil again. Able to set themselves back up. They got the swing in that time, but pass was a little bit too tight. Threw things off a bit. Point goes to Italy, I believe, for a lift or a net touch. The Brazilians just need to keep playing their game. They're playing really well. And keep getting swings in. Deep push gets covered. And a big, big swing. Great kill. Brazil's captain, Filomena. Brilliant. That was such a good turn. Her body wasn't in the best position to be hitting line, but she was able to use her hand, use that beautiful contact that she has to redirect the ball. Great net play by both sides. And this time it's Pamela once again. Great swing, great snap, using that Italian block to her advantage and sending the ball well out of bounds. You can see the Italians are starting to panic a little bit. They're struggling to get their game going again, but it's because of that great offense from the Brazilian side. Jousted the net, results in a let ball, no points awarded for that. As long as the ball keeps moving, play continues, but once it stops, play starts again. Oh, another big swing on two from Brazil. Eduarda, they found themselves, I think. What a swing. Great movement by her. Italy's Bossio only able to get one hand in the air. And another big play by Brazil. Stuff block. Shutting down Bossio as she goes in for a swing. She was out of position, falling backwards. That takes away her power, that takes away her control, but most importantly, as she's looking up at that ball, she loses sight of the block. Completely different vibe in the Brazilian huddle this time. One of excitement, chatter, but they know they can't let their guard down or the Italians just might come back from this.
Detalhe interessante aqui, ó. A Duda, eu cantei aqui. Espera, espera, espera o bloqueio. Ela deu a mão no último momento. Aí a menina veio pra dentro.
Ela vem pra baixo.
Ela vem pra baixo. Agora é só...
The Italians need to really focus on their passing right now. They've been able to get underneath a lot of the balls and get their hands on it, but what they haven't been able to do is push that ball up to the setter. And that's what you need, a nice, good pass to your setter so she can get a good touch on it, have control, and give a set to a hit. They just haven't been able to hit much this set, and it shows in the score. There's a swing from Ceccatelli. Oh, great recovery. Good push by the Italian libero. Another hit from Ceccatelli does the job. Gisele, so fast. Lovely play by Ceccatelli. She saw this block still moving. And when the block is still moving, they're not quite as stable, not quite as strong. She's a very, very experienced volleyball player, and I think you saw the result of that right there. Ball goes a bit tight, not much Eduarda can do there, especially with the Italian block set up in front of her. Ball was low and tight. She tried to push it off hands out of bounds, but didn't get enough speed on it. Good, good block set up by the Italians. This time she goes for a deep one, but Ceccatelli's there. Great pickup by Brazil. This time Eduarda goes for high hands off the Italian block. Great play, great court awareness. She's a strong, strong hitter. She's got great contact on the ball. And when she gets behind it, defense is going to have to watch out. Great defense by both sides. Oh, Italians able to come out with the point though. Nice easy roll shot. Italians pick it up once again, but they turn it around. Oh! Brazilians just about get that over. Great play by Arangeli. You don't always have to hit with the cannon to get the point. Sometimes the best thing to do is play it safe, nice and easy. Quick ball to the middle of the court. Missed serve from Belandi. We've got a Brazilian substitution, number 4, Adria, coming back onto court for Nuria. Brazilians are ready for business now. Pedrelli put some speed behind it, but the Brazilian block is there. Great recovery. That's 4 touches from Brazil. That was a great recovery from Bossio. She tipped it, block came back over, but she was quick to move back in, push it back over to Brazil, and they could not get behind that. Overpass from Gisele results in a big swing by the Italians. You can't do that when Pedrelli is at the net. She'll smash it right back down, as you saw right there. Another miss serve from the Italians. Miss serves are killing them in this game. They've made a couple of really key errors, and a miss serve, it's so hard on your team's momentum. It's such a good opportunity for a point, and when you miss, it's a free point for your opponents. And when you're down by 6, that's not what you want. Big top spin serve from Brazil. Natalia tries to get underneath of that. Ball goes well wide, too deep. But again, she's falling as she swings. That's never going to end well. Great blocking by the Brazilians once again. And it's an ace for Brazil. Big ace from number 5, Pamela. Speed, top spin, right in between the receivers. They both kind of looked at each other. Neither of them really committed to that ball early enough. 4 points to set point for Brazil. Goes for the same thing again. This time it goes a bit long. There's an Italian substitution, number 8, Baraghelli, coming in for Progelli. Bring her in to have a bit of a change for a server, see what she can do against the Brazilians. There's still a bit of time for the Italians, if they act quickly, to get a few points and catch up. But it's a beautiful tip right to the center of the court. Big hole in the Italian defense. And Brazilian captain Filomena found it. Beautiful. And Cecatelli once again. Cecatelli once again. Not a rocket ball. Nice and controlled off Filomena's outside fingers. Gets her team the side out. And a point that they so crucially need at this point. Miscommunication by Brazil. That'll be frustrating. But another good chance for the Italians. Oh, great play. Cecatelli once again. It's her bread and butter, this line shot. Gisele very quick with the reaction with her foot there. Keep the ball alive, but Brazilian block doesn't get outside to block her. Pedrelli needs to be setting up. Cecatelli has shown them time and time again that she can hit that line shot, and the Brazilian defense isn't ready for it. Unlike the last set, the attacking is pretty even on both sides. Great recovery by Bosio to get up and get that ball. Cecatelli, nice easy roll shot over. And it's Brazil's Gianni, big swing to end that rally. Over the block, between the defenders, perfect spot. Once again, when the Brazilians are able to set their hitters up, it usually ends well for them, so that's what they're going to need to concentrate on for the rest of this match. Just like that, Eduardo, another big swing, through a double block, recovering off of that pass. Taking advantage, there was a bit of a hole left there between the blockers on the Italian side. Set point for Brazil. Oh, great up by Italy. Another one. They're so quick. Once again, the Brazilians go to Eduardo, who takes care of business. Brazil have finally been able to find their gear, and the Italians were unable to answer that. So their Brazilians take that set, 25-17. It's all tied up for sets now. Each team's won one set, but they need 3 to win the match. So this next set is going to be critical as far as momentum goes. The fourth set, notoriously difficult for teams to win, especially off of a loss in the third set. So this is a really crucial time for Italy to get going. Brazil able to pull off a few more kills in that set. And that has really made all the difference for them. A few extra blocks compared to the Italians. The Italians are playing great defense, but again, they're just not able to set up their hitters, and it's so important if you want to score points, especially against a team like Brazil. Can't rely on luck in a match like this.
Com exceção da menina que eu tô pedindo pra sacar na paralela direta aqui em cima do bloqueio, tudo bem, mas o seu, eu quero você rasgando na junção pra baixo.
Both teams once again sending their starting lineups back out. If the Italians want to win this, they're going to have to find that gear that they found in the first game. And here we can see the Chinese national team taking a look, because one of these teams potentially could be their opponents in the first semifinals match. Good first pass. Italian setter decides to put it over on 2, but Brazil returned that quickly and keep the ball. That deep push from Italy, it's worked for them before. Not that time. Another point for Brazil as they bring it up to 2-0. Italian captain Belandi having a chat over with the official. Italians do well to get that back over. It's a tight set. Pedrelli takes a swing, but it doesn't make it over the net, so that's 4 touches on the Italian side and a point for Brazil. Pedrelli's teammates giving her a bit of a pep talk. They really need her to get her head in the game. Bring some big swings like she did in set 1. And Italy's Bossio. Unconventional way to get the ball over the net, but it does the trick, catching the Brazilians off guard. Weren't expecting that, and you can see Eduarda still sitting behind the service line. She needs to move in much faster. Bossio did well to see that hole open up. Swing from Adria off the Italian block and out of bounds. Gets a side out for Brazil. The Italians were in good position. It was just such good play from Adria. And the Brazilian serve goes out. Another side out for Italy. Bossio to serve. Big swing by Brazil, but the point goes to the Italians. The ball hit the antenna, which is the out of bounds mark. Brazilians struggling to get that ball back over. Huge, huge, huge effort by the defense to get that over. Looks like it just nicked the line. Referee and the line judge having a bit of a chat, but its point still goes in Brazil's favor. Gisele, she's such a fast libero. Point to Brazil this time. Aaron Jerry struggles to get to that ball, and as a result, she lifted herself off the ground as she contacted it, so she was called for a lift. Brazil extend their lead to 3 after the Italians get close. And both teams will be looking to be the first team to get to 8 and bring on that first technical timeout. Aaron Jerry with another roll shot. But it's Bossio. Excuse me, that was Pedrelli. Big block by Pedrelli. Want to make sure she gets credit for that. Put herself in great position, really strong through her core, strong shoulders, strong arms. Ball didn't really stand a chance. Point to Brazil. Front row called for lifting. So tempting to do when you're jousting at the net, going back and forth, just trying to get your hands on the ball, but it takes a lot of discipline. Oh, what an effort. Once again, Bosio doing her best, but it's an ace for Adria. Great spot. Libero Biasi just couldn't get her body behind it. She really needs to try and move so she can get her platform pointed forwards toward her setter. And the Brazilians make it to the technical timeout. This match is turning into a real battle between these two teams. They're really well matched skill-wise, in my opinion. It's just a matter of momentum. Both teams have had to work really hard to keep their energy up and keep their system going. And thus far, at least in this set and the last one, Brazil has been the most successful in doing that. Swing on two by Eduardo is picked up by Bosio. Cecatelli just does well to get it back over. Great pickup again by the Italians. Great movement. They're so quick. They have great court awareness. And it's Aaron Jerry with a block. Great net play. Eduardo knows she wasn't in quite the right position there. She was caught on the back foot. Not ready to move forward and pick that up. Oh, it's a good effort from Gisele. But Cecatelli once again putting the ball in exactly the right spot, showing her experience and her volleyball IQ. Once again, Brazilians called on a lift for that. Johnny just a little bit too overeager as she comes in. She pushed herself up off the floor to reach for that ball and get that quick push. And Brazil's captain Filomena pushing it deep corner, pushing it deep corner. It's always a good move when you're in trouble. It's usually left exposed. Players can usually cover it, but not in this case. Smart move by the Brazilian captain. Bosio gets behind it, but doesn't quite go to target. And the players at the net aren't ready to receive it. She's looking a bit frustrated. Better pass. Picks up a good kill. Aaron Jerry to swing, and it goes long. Brazilians thrilled about that. Italy call a timeout, trying to put a stop to this. No doubt they're gonna just come off court, take a breather, regather themselves before they go back out on court.
Dobbiamo fare più forza per essere ancora meglio. Dobbiamo essere noi avanti.
Italians trying to encourage each other, build each other up, get them pumped, amped to go back out on court. They need that energy. Once again, Italians a bit out of system. Brazil's Jani once again with that big swing on the second ball. She was in perfect position. Eduarda set her up great for that. No Italian blocks. Italians all looking at each other like, what are we supposed to do with that? And that's followed up by another big ace from Captain Filomena. Chipping away at the Italians. 7 aces for Brazil so far. That's made a massive difference, and that does a lot against the opposite team's morale. Oh, Ceccatelli, good coverage of herself there. What an up by the libero on the Italian side. Arangiri comes in to help. Gisele, libero for Brazil, does well. But once again, Brazilian error results in an Italian point. That's a lucky break for the Italians. The Brazilian lead is extended to 5. There's still enough time for the Italians to catch up, but they're really going to have to kick it up a notch if they're going to do that. The Brazilians are on fire. Battaglia to serve. Oh, Arangiri just gets it up. But Ceccatelli not able to help her on that. Side out for Brazil as they lead extends to 6 points. That's a Brazilian point. Arangiri came in for that attack, but as a back row player, she has to stay behind the attack line, which is the white line that goes across the middle of the volleyball court. If she's in front of that line, she can't contact the ball above the level of the net. And that's a lucky miss serve for Italy. Side out. Brazilians still feeling very relaxed. That was a great service run by Jani. Ceccatelli goes for a deep line, but it just goes too far and sails out of bounds. That side out means the Brazilians get to that second technical timeout. Their lead extends to 7.
Melhor. O nosso side-out ainda não funcionou no jogo. Nós estamos dependendo muito da nossa transição do erro adversário. O side-out, o passe, o levantamento do ataque não está funcionando.
Na Paula já fazia. Cara,
the Italians are finding themselves in some dangerous territory here. They've really struggled to build up some momentum and energy in this set. And the Brazilians have just run away with it. They've got a 7-point lead. There's still time. But it's really difficult to pick yourself up at this point. And if this set goes to Brazil, they are looking very good going into set 4. All of the energy, all of the momentum, all of the positiveness, that's all working in their favor going into the next set. So the Italians really do have to act now. or they're making their jobs a lot harder for themselves. Italians just double checking they're all in the right rotation, but all is well. And Brazil's Eduarda back into serve. And what a serve it is. Ace for Eduarda in Brazil. Biasi, she just didn't move back well enough. Didn't get her body behind the ball, so it just ricocheted off her platform. And this time it is an Italian swing on two. Well recovered. Adria goes to swing, misses hands, ball sails out of bounds. Italian point. Really scrappy defense on the Italian side there. A couple of quick balls came over. They were able to get it back. Great swing. Adria able to snap it right down. Pedrelli was able to get it up, but it was just too far away from any of her teammates for them to get to it for that second touch. Italy doing whatever they can to disrupt Brazil's efforts, so they've called another timeout.
Consapevole di quello che dobbiamo fare. Quando vai in battuta, respira, l'arbitro assiste, respira e esecuta una battuta come abbiamo allenato. Solo questo che
Great line shot by Brazil. Italy able to return it. Side out for Italy, another Brazilian error. Double touch called. Oh, and that missed serve is gutting for Bossio. Serve goes into the net. It's a side out for Brazil. They'll be looking to close out this set quickly and move on to set 4. Aaron Jerry's swing doesn't get over and in. Not what they were looking for. Does go off the Brazilian block, but doesn't quite make it out of bounds, and there was no one on the Italian side there to defend it. It's a good call. Good call by Biasi. She saw it was out. She let her teammates know. Side out for Italy. What an ace. Good timing. Ace from Italy's Pedrelli. Great serve on that outside of Eduarda. Right down the line, nice and deep. Pedrelli's determined here, as you can see on her face. Italy have a long way to go before they catch up to Brazil, and they're going to need her service to be able to do that. Not what she wanted at all. Side out for Brazil. And they're one step closer to 25 points in the end of this set. A lucky break for Italy as Adria also serves out. Afterwards, she subs out. Number 11, Nuria comes in. Side out for Brazil as Aaron Jerry serves into that block again. Cirelli comes in for her now to play in the back row. The Italians are just looking to make a change in their lineup, try and change the dynamic on court. Aaron Jerry was starting to really get down and her body language was showing it. Just give her a bit of a break, chance to reset. Point for Italy, seems to have done the trick. He called 2 touches on Captain Filomena. The Brazilians say no way, but official has the last say, of course. Another big swing from Eduarda. Johnny did well to get that set up to her. Beautifully set up, right through the hands of Belandi. Kill for Brazil, and they're just 1 point off of set point now. Good net play as both teams go up for the joust. Let ball called and no point is awarded. Oh! Good effort by Italy to recover that. Ball just gets over the net as Biasi hustles to hit it. But another joust results in a let ball, so the serve goes back to Brazil. No points awarded. And it's an ace for Brazil, brings them to set point. What a serve by Gianni. Goes between the 2 receivers. They're not able to get behind the ball. Another serve for Gianni. Let's see if she can do it again. Well, this time the Italians are able to get the point. Bossio gets a good swing on the ball, and Filomena on Brazil's side just not able to get to it. Side out for Italy. Set point for Brazil. And it's a deep push from Camilla that does it for them. Brazil able to end that set. Coming away 25-16. The Brazilians now lead the match 2-1. They've finally found their game. They struggled a bit in set 1, but they've gotten their groove back. And most importantly, they've got the momentum heading into set 4. It's going to be crucial. The Italians have come off of really 2 tough losses in 2 sets in a row. They're looking down, their energy is low, but they're going to need to find some energy to come back in set 4 if they want to keep this match alive for themselves. But look at those scores. Brazilian offense, just incredible. 5 aces, 10 kills. And the Italians only have 1 ace, 3 kills. Great effort on both sides of the net, really. The Italians played some tough defense. But again, without an offense, you're just not going to score points against the reigning bronze medalists. The Italians know it's sink or swim at this point, and they're doing whatever they can to pump up their teammates. Brazilians looking a little bit more at ease now. They found their game. They know they just have to go back out the court and do the same thing as they did before. Starting lineups coming back out. The Brazilians are sticking with the game plan. And Sorelli remains in the game for the Italians in place of Aragelli.
Full set territory then. Italy to get us underway.
And that's the start that Italy were looking for. Big swing from Pedrelli. We keep talking about being in system. This is what we're talking about. Nice set. Out to your hitter. Allows them to see the court and put the ball where it needs to go for a kill. And again, big point. Breathing some life back into this Italian team. Big block at the net. Brazil tries to get a cheeky tip in. Italian block just a little bit late getting up there. Hands not in the right position. Sorelli claims it's in, but the officials call it out. So that's a side out for Brazil. Oh, and a short serve from Brazil right in the middle of the net. Great, great spot by Eduarda. Italians all looking at each other. Whose ball is that? I think back row was expecting a block. Block said, I couldn't get to that. Okay, reset for Italy. Swing from Brazil. Oh, they struggled to get that one over. That was a lucky point. Volsio knows it. But they'll take what they can get at this point. That's unlucky. Those are really tough. Those are really tough. Oh, tight ball. Brazil's blocks there. And it's a big swing from Sorelli. What a good decision keeping her in the match. She's here to prove her worth. She deserves to be here, she says. Camilla gets her hands up. Adria flies across the net to block that serve from Bosio. Italians still lead. But this is a chance for Brazil to get a run a few points on them. Great serve, good pass. Goal shot over, let's get a reset from Italy. Frustrating. Battaglia tries to get the ball over. She's a bit out of position, but ball goes right into Camilla's arms. Great setup by the Brazilian. Once again in the right spot. It's another point for Brazil to tie it all up, 4 points all. Easy tip for Filomena, but the point goes to Italy. Pedrelli serves out. That's a blow for the Italians. She comes out as the Italian libero, Biasi, comes in to play some back row defense. Hopefully give the Italian offense a chance to catch up. Brazilians take a swing. Adria goes hard at it, but it goes long. It's a point to Italy. just eking out this lead, just staying one step ahead of Brazil, which is all they need to do at this point. Adria pushes it into the middle of the court. Looks like there's a bit of confusion again on the Italian side. It's a good spot, but Libero Biasi's there to pass it, but Bosio just gets in her way there. Overpassed by the Italians. Second referee calls a net violation. Point goes to Brazil. Good pass by the Italians. Swing from... Oh, but it's Eduardo once again. Big kill from the Brazilian hitter. Italy just need to keep their cool. Deep push from Brazil. They're able to recover it. Ceccatelli, ball over. Oh, great effort by the Italians. What a good play by Brazil. Keep that defense moving, keep them guessing where the ball is going. And it's an ace. Exactly what Brazil was looking for. It's a good effort from the Italians, but just got to have better touch on the ball there. Missed what happened there, but Italian side out. And it's an ace for Ceccatelli, tying up the score at 9-all. Once again, excellent spot, just on the outside of that receiver. Oh, point goes to the Italians. Brazil called on a net violation as they just eke out a lead. Yeah, there you see. When Pamela pushed her hand over, her wrist just caught the top of the tape. Lucky break for Italy. Brazil called a timeout just to put a halt to some of that Italian progress.
segura, você que tá na frente, né? Aí você vai botar essa bola alta.
Vamos lá, galera. Um, dois, três, Brasil, Brasil, Brasil. Bora, vamos lá.
Timeout did its job. Cecatelli takes a serve, it goes wide. That error gives Brazil an easy point to tie up the set at 10-all. Oh, big swing from Petrelli, but Sorelli was there with the defense. Italians awarded the point on another Brazilian error. Hamel looks pretty frustrated at that, but got to play clean. Decisive push down by Pamela this time. Gets her team a kill. Another side out. It's a good fastball. Eduardo to serve for Brazil. Sorelli reaches, tries to get the ball, but not much control at that point when it hits her fingertips and it deflects off out of bounds, resulting in an ace for Eduardo. Good recovery by Italy, just getting the ball over, keeping it safe, but it's a big swing. Brazil's Camilla, always when it counts, she's right there. Right between the hands of the Italian blocker, and Biasi's not able to get behind it. Pedrelli trying to go deep, potentially catch some high hands. Doesn't sound like the contact she made with the ball was very clean, and it just sails out of bounds. Brazil build their lead up to 3 points, and Italy calls timeout. The Italians are only down by 3 points as they come out onto court again. Volleyball is such a mental sport. Coaches often tell their players it's 80% mental, only 20% physical, because your state of mind is critical to how you perform, dictates everything. So it's so important that the Italians don't get down on themselves after a few errors. Again, a little bit of confusion. Great serve again by Eduarda, throwing the Italians off their game, causing a bit of chaos. Once again, ace for Eduarda. Her serving has been stellar all match. Going after the libero. She's seen she's had a bit of a weakness with serve receive. Technical timeout, 16 points. Brazil back on to serve at the end.
Detalhe interessante, ó. A Duda tá sacando ali pra 1-6. Então a bola pererecada ali. Antes da Duda sacar, eu vi alguém se movimentando ali, deixando a proteção do saque. Eu não sei quem que foi.
Não, eu tô lá de baixo. A Adria tá lá, eu tô transicionando e a Pamela tá aqui embaixo.
Tá embaixo?
Tá.
Então só um pouquinho mais de atenção naquela proteção lá. Você tá fazendo a prova, você tá bem atrás ali. Eu queria que nessa prova você ficasse na frente. Por quê? A bola que vem pro meio ali é você que domina. Se passa alguém na sua frente, lascou. Então
Players waiting for the buzzer so they go back out on court. The Italians have been on a bit of a back foot since the first technical timeout, and they've struggled to respond to some brilliant play by the Brazilians. But once again, they just need to keep their heads clear, move, get behind the ball, and keep in system. They tried to do it that time. Sorelli just couldn't quite get a good touch on the ball. Sorry, that was Bosio. Bosio not able to get a good touch on the ball. Ball goes into the brilliant Brazilian block. And it's another ace. Once again, Eduarda targeting Biasi. She's not able to get a good touch on that. Looks like her platform fell apart. Her hands came apart. Timeout called by Italy. The Brazilians have done really well to just keep chugging along, keep chipping away. A few points here, a few points there. Eduarda's had a great service run, and she'll be looking to keep that going. 15 aces by Brazil so far in this match. Huge amount. Italians able to get in system, get a good swing in. Cirelli with the kill off of the Brazilian block. Good effort. That's exactly what they need to do if they want to catch up. And another big point for Italy. Big block by Cirelli. Pedrelli did well to set up. Where she stops dictates where Cirelli stops, putting him in exactly the right place. Cirelli tried to take charge of that, swinging on two, but the Brazilians saw it coming. Once again, Camilla right where she needs to be. She's a great blocker. She's got great sight of the offense. She reads really well. Once again, great pass on behalf of Italy, but doesn't go their way. Big point for Brazil. Ball goes tight. Big swing for Pedrelli. They needed that point just off the top Filomena's hands. Catches her fingers just there. Brazilian called for lifting again. Point goes to Italy. They're now within 5 points of Brazil, which is the closest they've been for a little while. Oh, Filomena tries to go over on 2. The Italian block was ready for her. Good visibility. Chiarelli read that like a book. Italy chipping away at that Brazilian lead, giving themselves a chance.
Não pode perder a nossa agressividade, tá bom? Lembra? Aquela era a hora do filho da puta e vir rasgando. Sempre agressivo.
Eu queria um band-aid.
Aqui, ó, nossa rede tá boa.
Nath, Adriel.
Bora!
Brasil, Brasil, Brasil!
One thing that's really nice to see about this Brazilian team is they all seem really close. Even when they weren't playing their best in set 1, they really pulled together. And another lifting call on the Brazilians. Another critical point for Italy. That's a lucky break for Brazil as Pedrelli serves out. Side out. Brazil extends their lead to 4, and it's only 4 points till the set. Service faults are such a killer. Italy have had a lot of them in this match. 14 to Brazil only having 7. Excellent serving once again. Bossio just misdirecting the ball there, making it difficult for her team to recover. Great point. Big swing for Brazil's Gianni. Question about whether that was in or out. Official gives the point in Brazil's favor. Only 2 points from set and match now. Not long to go for Brazil, but the Italians could still catch up at this point. And that's one chance for them to do it. Ball served out, Italian side out. Number 11, Núria from the Brazilian team replaces Camila. Brazilian coach just looking to strengthen that back row defense. Oh, and it's poor contact from Chiarelli. She looks a bit shocked by that. But it brings Brazil to match and set point. Brazil able to keep that alive. Eduarda goes in for the big swing, but Cecatelli exactly where she needed to be. Side out for Italy. Great defense on both sides of the net here, but it's the Italian block that ends the play. Ceccatelli and Belandi exactly where they needed to go. It's still set and match point for Brazil, but Italy seemed to be clawing their way back in. Oh, great play by Biasi. Big swing from Bossio. Once again, 3 blocks in a row for the Italians against Brazil's big hitter, Eduarda. Ceccatelli, look at that. Oh, but it's a swing. Swing from the middle in Brazil to end this match. They'll be relieved at that. So after that win, Brazil defeats Italy, taking the match 3-1. Great effort on both sides of the net. That victory solidifies Brazil's #1 place in this pool. Italy, of course, devastated at that loss. They were so close so many times. Brazil are guaranteed to go into the playoffs now. They're guaranteed a spot in one of the medal matches. They are thrilled. They'll be looking to, at the very least, defend their bronze medal, if not improve upon their results in previous games. Sending some messages of love home. There's one more preliminary match left in this pool. That'll be later today between China and host nation Japan, or excuse me, Rwanda. Once again, the match statistics telling the story of this. 15 aces on Brazil's side of the game. I mean, it's just amazing. Italy made good service effort as well with 5, but 15 aces. And if you look down at service faults, Italy unfortunately had 15. That's 15 points to Brazil that were basically free for them. Attacking was so good on both sides of the net, but Brazil did so well to pull out that win. And I misspoke earlier. The match later today that will determine the rest of the standings in this pool will be between Canada and host nation Japan. Italians all comforting each other after that devastating loss. For their Paralympic debut, that team has done so well to have finished where they have. Regardless of how they finish in this tournament, they should be absolutely thrilled. Brazilian team on cloud 9, as they should be. And it's a strong win for Brazil as they take this match 3-1 over Italy. The reigning bronze medalists have their eyes on the prize. Prize being, of course, the chance at a Paralympic medal. No doubt they'll be looking to improve upon their bronze with a gold or a silver. But as of now, they're in the playoffs and their dreams of a medal are still alive. They finished top of the pool, and then the results of the remaining standings of that pool will be determined by a match later on today between Canada and host nation Brazil. Exciting times, really competitive match on both sides, but in the end, it was a tough serving game by Brazil that got them the win.